Hi, I'm here at our private equity event in London with the one and only Aaron Phipps, gold winner here at the UK Paralympics. Aaron, it's so great to see you. Thanks for coming out to speak with us today.
No problem. I'm really excited to be here. Thanks for having me along.
Absolutely. So tell our viewers a little bit about your story. How did you lose your legs, and what inspired you to get into the Paralympics?
Okay, so I became a bilateral below knee amputee, which means I'm missing both my legs below the knee. From the technical term is acute respiratory and renal failure from meningococcal septicemia. So I had meningitis type C when I was 15. I became very poorly. I had sepsis, and as a result I became an amputee. And it's funny because obviously that was the most difficult thing any person could go through, but it sparked something inside my head, and I now look at it as the worst and best thing that ever happened to me.
Wow, that's incredible.
Thank you.
And so you did win your gold. I know it's a really exciting story. Can you tell us a little bit about how that happened, how you and your team won the gold?
Yeah, absolutely. So I fell into disability sport, raising money for charity. I did a couple of London marathons, and I got headhunted into this sport called wheelchair rugby. And if anyone that hasn't seen it, it's the only full contact wheelchair sport, so we can crash into each other, we smash each other out. I'll be showing some videos of that today.
Awesome.
I competed in the London Paralympics in wheelchair rugby, but unfortunately we came fifth, and you don't want to come fifth as an athlete. I took a break. I didn't compete in Rio. I went back 2017 with the goal that I wanted to get my daughters to the games, and we went on paper from fifth in the world in the middle of a pandemic to a gold medal, and that was absolutely phenomenal.
Incredible. That's awesome. And then what happened recently at the Paris Olympics? How'd that go?
Yeah, so I still had a job to do. I wanted to get my daughters to the Paralympics after COVID and there being no spectators in Tokyo. But it was a really tough cycle. Lots of players retired after we won the gold, and we managed to get out of our group in Paris, but unfortunately we came fourth, which as an athlete is terrible. You don't want to say you came fourth, but the reality of what we achieved really with a young team was probably on par with the gold. But it's a shame. The history books will say fourth, but for those of us who know, we actually did really well. That's what I'm trying to tell myself as a competitive athlete anyway.
Absolutely. And do you have any advice for any other kids out there that maybe they're in a similar situation? They might be amputees. What kind of advice would you share with them?
I guess for me, it was just going and taking opportunities. That's all being poorly really made me did. It made me aware of my own mortality, which made me try things that I wouldn't have tried otherwise. I never would have become a Paralympian if I hadn't have become an amputee. So yes, you might be going through a tough time now, but try and look on the positives on it. There's opportunities out there. There's things you can do. And, sometimes in adversity comes the most beautiful things.
I love that. Well, thank you, Aaron, so much. I'm so excited to see your keynote in just a few minutes. Thanks for taking the time to speak with us.
No problem. Thanks for having me along.
Absolutely.
Cheers.